Vanakkam. I'm Vayoni Dimel. This is Boston Lanka News, bringing you news, views and entertainment from Boston and USA. This is a special edition. Time to time in our Boston Lankan special editions, we plan to feature Sri Lankan entrepreneurs in USA. In this edition, we introduce to you Kasuni Rathnasuriya, the founder and sole proprietor of KÄR Collection, a contemporary women's wear label. Kasuni is in New York and she was recently declared as the British Council Young Fashion Entrepreneur of the Year for 2011. Kasuni's brand label, KÄR, incorporates Sri Lankan Southern Beeralu lace, and according to Kasuni, every KÄR creation is a labor of love and caters to those who know the value of art, local tradition, as well as heritage, craftsmanship, and to those who are ethically conscious. Kasuni, could you tell us a little bit about who you are and how you got interested in fashion designing?
Well, involving in fashion designing, it's quite unexpected because when I was a kid, I didn't want to become a fashion designer. But eventually, I ended up being a fashion designer because one reason is that fashion designing was my hobby. So then I started doing formal studies. So I studied in Academy of Design in Sri Lanka. And after my studies, I joined to Brandix, which is the largest apparel exporter in Sri Lanka. But in 2009, I thought I would like to launch my own thing. So I launched my label, which is a contemporary women's wear label that is called KÄR.
Kasuni, there are so many fashion designers in Sri Lanka trying to market Sri Lankan fashions. What differentiates you from the rest of the Sri Lankan fashion designers?
The significance of my design is that I incorporate Sri Lankan traditional lace into contemporary fashion. I work with Sri Lankan southern lace weavers such as Beeralu and crochet. So that's the difference of my collection against the other collections in the market.
Kasuni, you are in New York, the capital of the world of fashions. When you see what's happening in New York, what are your thoughts about the Sri Lankan fashion industry?
Well, Sri Lanka has a huge potential for fashion designing. Sometime back we never had proper design schools and proper design events and things like that, but now we see a lot of up and coming young designers are in, and then we have a lot of fashion design degrees and authorities, and at the same time we have a lot of foreign fashion designers coming and doing their events in Sri Lanka. At the same time we have a good market, and same time we have a huge tourism boom in the country. So there are so many other things which young and upcoming designers can cater to the Sri Lanka market. So I think we have a huge potential to fashion.
You have won some awards. Could you share some of that information with our viewers?
Yes, in 2010, British Council declared as a Young Fashion Entrepreneur of the Year 2010. That was at the Sri Lanka Design Festival. And the same year, I was nominated as one of the 9 semi-finalists for Sri Lanka Design Festival Ethical Fashion Award. With this recognition, I could do a lot of work. Something like that, I was featured in few magazines, not only in Sri Lanka as well as in Paris, and then I could take part in South Asian Design Festival, which is Alchemy in South Bank, London. So these are the recognitions that I gained. At the same time, I got the opportunity to come to New York and work as an intern for Victoria's Secret. So these things really helped me in my career.
Kasuni, what is your target market? Is it Sri Lankan women in Sri Lanka or abroad, or purely the foreign market?
I would cater to a woman who loves fashion and a woman who loves arts and someone who values the crafts, because there's a craft involvement in my signature collection, which is traditional lace, and I'm catering to anyone who like fashion, I would say. But I have a really good local Sri Lankan customer base. At the same time, I get a lot of requests and feedback to my website as well, so I feel really good. I mean, I have a good demand for my collections.
trying to incorporate Sri Lankan tradition into fashions. How do you maintain the balance? In other words, how do you preserve the tradition while trying to modernize so that it attracts a larger market?
Yes, well, I'm not breaking any rules. The thing is, I'm keeping it as the traditional thing where it is, but I'm just giving it a bit of accent, a modern accent to the lace, and then I'm incorporating that to the contemporary fashion, which I think it's good, which it's a dying industry. The traditional lace is a dying industry, but by incorporating them into contemporary fashion, I think we can give it a little bit of a go.
Do you think your work would help the Beeralu industry, a cottage industry in Sri Lanka?
Yes, exactly. In other words, I'm trying to revitalize that dying industry, and it's a women empowering industry, so a lot of women involvement in lace weaving. So I think it's good if we can do something about that and try to incorporate it to the contemporary thing and make it go live.
Another 10 years' time, where do you want to be as a fashion designer?
I would like to have my business growing more, and I would like to have more retail versions of this what I do, and I would like to see KÄR label somewhere good.
Any plans to open a special KÄR Collection shop in New York?
Oh yeah, I would love to have a shop in any part of the world.
If somebody who listens want to support your efforts as a young Sri Lankan entrepreneur, what do you want to tell that person?
Well, visit to my website, which is www.KÄRcollection.com, and write to us if you are interested in our stuff. You can write to us, and if you have any other thoughts, please write to us, so then we can take it on from that.
That concludes our special edition. We'll meet you again with another news edition of news, views and entertainment from Boston and USA. Till then, goodbye.